Minnesota Vikings defense last year was very poopy, 31st in the league in yards allowed, and a big part of that was they just simply were not talented enough at the cornerback position, whether it be injuries, whether it be old age, but whether it be whatever. Some youth infusion was needed, and that's why the Vikings spent a third-round pick on cornerback Mekhi Blackmon coming out of USC. And also, looking good, rocking the 1-1, repping Kellen Mond. About that. But Mekhi Blackmon is looking to make an impact in year one. He's already running with the ones to a degree in OTAs, a mandatory minicamp. Hopefully that carries over to training camp, and he has a chance to hit the ground running week one as a potential starter for the Vikings. So let's talk about the new Vikings cornerback today. Background, 24 years young in March, a little bit older because we'll get into it. But 5'11", $178, grew up in the Bay Area, was originally at San Mateo Junior College, transferred to Colorado for 4 years, and then transferred to USC in 2022 as Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams, as well as Jordan Addison, who Blackmon demanded to cover in practice every single day, all came to the City of Angels. Also, it's important to note that Gonzalez of the Patriots as well as Mekhi Blackmon were teammates at Colorado. Woo! Come on, man. Come on. And he was solid in his one season in L.A., 66 tackles, 13 passes broken up, a forced fumble, 3 interceptions, a 90.6 PFF grade, as well as being a first-team All-Pac-12, as well as a third-team All-American. And a lot of people... Here's the thing. So a lot of people were upset about the draft pick. Now, I understand it because Blackmon was seen by some of the draft community as a early day 3 selection. And when Blackmon was selected, there was a lot of supposed top cornerbacks still left on the board, but they all fell for a reason. Guys like Keely Ringo, Terrell Smith, Corey Trice, to name a few. But Blackmon, I mean. Who do I trust more? A couple of fans who are fans of the draft, like myself. Like, do I trust myself, or do I trust Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, the scouting department, as well as Brian Flores on who they want at cornerback, especially Flores? And Mekhi Blackmon is going to be that guy. And also looking at a scouting report, this is from Lance Zierlein, NFL.com. Aggressive man cover corner whose physical play brings both passes defended and penalties. Blackmon gives receivers a rough ride over the first 5 yards, but his extended grabbing will be less tolerated by NFL officials. He's capable of phasing routes when matching from press, but he doesn't have the hips to transition smoothly when playing off-man coverage. He's talented at squeezing the catch space and timing his challenges, but Blackmon's lack of size and fluidity could limit his pro chances. Strengths: has experience playing outside and in the slot, fires quick, accurate strikes in the opponent's chest from press, stays in phase and squeezes tight to the route, yada, 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 yada. So either way, I mean, there's a lot to like about Blackmon, as well as, this is from Vikes Insider. Mekhi Blackmon was the second highest graded cornerback last season via PFF. Blackmon had 85-plus grades in both man and zone coverage. The only other cornerback to do that was Devin Witherspoon, drafted high in the first round by the Seattle Seahawks. So it's pretty good company to be in. Also, film guru Brett Coleman really loves him some Mekhi Blackmon as well. He's tweeted this out. Forgot to say this at the time, but Mekhi Blackmon was the Vikings' best pick. Probably will start week 1. Hell, depending on Booth's health, he might even be cornerback 1 by Halloween. Woo! Spicy, man. Had like 24 interceptions last year, and it about as battle tested as they come. Love that kid, and that's the thing about Blackmon. Playing in the Pac-12 all those years. Some really good-ass wide receivers has come through, and he's shut them down, especially in 2022. Because looking at his numbers, so PFF grade second in FBS behind Witherspoon, PFF coverage grade 90.1 third, man 87.3 fifth, zone 85.1. And overall, just was extremely high-end cornerback, no matter how you slice it. So, again, I understand why people were upset because more names in the scouting, like Tomlinson was out there, Darius Rush, Clark Phillips. Even though I think Clark Phillips is going to be phenomenal, man. But I love the one you're with, and Blackmon is a guy that the Vikings scouting department and Flores said they want to roll with. And Blackmon, I love his alpha attitude. It just shows up on tape. He is not afraid at all. He is in that aggressive press man mold that Flores loves in his cornerbacks. He was tested often at USC. I mean, USC weren't playing slouches, man. But Again, people are going to discount him because he's a little bit older, but 5 full seasons of Division I college football, nothing to sneeze at. And like we said, he wants to challenge the best. That's why he wanted to cover Addison in practice every single day. He does have to scale back the grabbiness, but like we said, I would prefer a cornerback who's too aggressive and you got to scale it back versus one who's too passive and you got to ramp it up. And also does play inside outside, primarily was outside at USC in 2022, played a ton in the slot in Boulder in 2021, as well as he's very much going to get after it in run defense. And look at the Vikings depth chart right now. I mean, if you had to wager that the Vikings' top 3 cornerbacks, so the starters outside in the slot, week 1, Murphy, Caleb Evans, and Mekhi Blackmon, I would take that bet. I think they're actually the favorites at this point, especially with Blackmon working in with the ones so much, even with Booth at full fitness. But I think it's important to have that depth there, and also, with Evans and Booth knocking out all the wood, hopefully they can stay healthy. That's only going to benefit them by having young, aggressive cornerbacks who want to get on the field, and I think that competition is going to raise all boats. I think that the Vikings having a number of young, aggressive press man corners in that cornerback room is going to be great for them. It's going to be great for Flores. It's going to be great for the defense overall. So I believe in Mekhi Blackmon. I understand he wasn't necessarily a fan favorite at the time, but the analysts love him, the analytics love him, and I think that Flores loves him. I think eventually Vikings fans will come around to him as well. But your thoughts are thoughts on Mekhi Blackmon, week 1 starter, question mark? Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo, but till next time, Skol Production Value.